Student, today I am going to start with unit 2, inheritance and polymorphism. The main objective of this unit is you are able to understand inheritance concepts and polymorphism concept, method overloading, interfaces and packages concept. Let us start with first topic, inheritance. Here, what is inheritance? The mechanism of deriving new class from old class is called inheritance. The mechanism of deriving new class from old class is called inheritance. For example, parent and child. Parent and child. Here parent is the old class. Here parent is the old class. Child is the new class. Child is the new class. Inheritance means the mechanism of deriving new class from old class. New class from old class is known as inheritance. Here child is derived from parent class. Child is the new class and parent is the old class. Old class is also known as superclass, base class or parent class. Superclass, base class or parent class. New class is also known as subclass, derived class and child class. Subclass, derived class, child class. What is the another name of old class? Superclass, base class, parent class. What is the another names of new class? Subclass, derived class, child class. These all are valid names for defining old class and new class. The mechanism of deriving new class from old class is known as inheritance. A class that is inherited old class is called superclass, base class, parent class. The class that is inheriting new class is called subclass, derived class and child class. We can call as any name, new class, subclass, derived class, child class. All the names are valid names for calling new class. Next one, the inheritance allows subclass to inherit all the variables and methods of their parent class. Simply in future, whenever in the final year you will go to any interviewer will ask what is inheritance. Simply you can tell like this. For example, inheritance means the concept of getting the properties from one class to another class. Getting properties from one class to another class. The concept of getting properties from one class to another class. For example, we can accessing one class properties to another class. Properties means variables and methods. Properties means variables and methods. Properties means variables and methods. Variables and methods. We can get one class properties to another class. Here parent is the class and child is the class. Child gets all the properties from parent. In a general scenario, whatever the properties available in parent, those all properties, simply child class gets all the properties from his parent. In our inheritance concept, here child gets all the properties from his parent. In our programming language, properties means variables and methods. What are the variables and methods available in parent class? Those all variables and methods simply we can get child class. Getting properties from one class to another class is known as inheritance. It allows subclass to inherit all the variables and methods of their parent class. What are the other names of subclass, derived class, new class, subclass? What is the other names of parent class, superclass, base class or parent class? It is the inheritance. Simply inheritance means getting properties from one class to another class. Here parent and child, these two are the classes. In this one, child gets all the properties from parent. Parent is the old class, superclass, base class. Next one, parent class. Next one, here child class means new class, child class, derived class, subclass. We can call as any name. That is inheritance. Next one, coming to the syntax. What is the syntax for defining inheritance? Class, superclass. Here class, superclass. In this superclass, we have to define variables and methods. Based on the program requirement, we have to define number of variables and methods. Here the class, superclass, we can defining variables and methods. Next class, subclass extends superclass. Class, subclass extends superclass. In this subclass have own variables and methods, and it gets all the variables and methods from superclass. Every class have some own variables and methods. Every class have some own properties, and it gets all the properties from superclass. What is the use of extends keyword? Here we can get one class properties to another class by using extends keyword. How we can get one class properties to another class in Java? By using which keyword? Extends keyword. Here extends is the keyword. Keyword have rules and regulations. According to the naming rules, keyword first letter should start with lowercase letter. Here extends is the keyword. E should start with lowercase letter. What is the purpose of extends keyword? By using extends keyword, one class gets all the properties from another class. Here a subclass gets all the properties from superclass. Every class have some own variables and methods, and it gets all the properties from parent class with the help of extends keyword. Here class, subclass, extends, superclass. In this class have some own variables and methods. Next we can close subclass name. For example, here I am defining one class. Class A. In this class we can define number of variables and methods. Next one, class B. Class B extends A. Class B extends A. We can define variables and methods. Observe here. Here class A. Class A. A is superclass. A is superclass. In this one, A is superclass. What is the another name of superclass? We can call as parent class. We can call as parent class, base class, old class. It is the superclass. In this class, what is the body of this superclass? We can define number of variables and methods. In this one, next one, class B extends A. Here B is subclass. Here B is subclass. What is the other names of subclass? New class, child class, and derived class. Here class B extends A. Here B is the subclass, A is the superclass. What is the purpose of extends keyword? By using extends keyword, B gets all the properties from A. Properties means what are the variables and methods available in superclass. Those all variables and methods simply we can get B class. Here B gets all the properties from his superclass. B gets all the properties from A class by using extends keyword. In this one, B class have some own variables and methods, and it gets all the properties from A class. Generally, suppose in a general scenario, what are the properties available in parent? Those all properties, simply child gets all the properties. In our inheritance point of view, child gets all the properties from parent. Child have some own properties, and it gets all the properties from his parent. Here B is the child class, A is the parent class. B gets all the properties from A by using extends keyword. What is the functionality of extends keyword? Extends keyword, it is used to get one class properties to another class. We can get one class properties to another class by using extends keyword. It is the syntax of extends keyword. Next, I am going to explain a small program. Write a Java program to derive classes from one class to another class. Here I am defining one class. Here class A. In this class I am defining one method. void add. In this method I have two arguments, int a comma int b. In this method I am adding these two numbers. Here int c equal to a plus b. I am writing system.out.println. Here system.out.println. System.out.println. Addition is plus c. I am closing method body and class body. Next, here I am defining another class. Here class b extends a. Class b extends a. In this class I am defining one method. Here void sub. In this method I have two arguments, int a comma int b. What is the method body? Here in this method we can subtract two numbers. Here c equal to a minus b. Next, in this one I am writing system.out.println. I want to print subtraction of two numbers on the console. In this way I am writing system.out.println. Subtraction is plus c. Next one I am closing method body and class body. Next one, here I am writing main method. I am defining another class demo. Next one, main method. Already we know that main method have three keywords: public, static, void, main, string, aux array. String is the predefined class. First letter should start with uppercase letter. Aux array. After main we can open the curly brace. Here I am creating object of superclass. What is our superclass name? A equal to new a. Already we know that what is the syntax of creating object in Java and how we can create a object in Java. Why do we need object in Java? With the help of superclass object reference, I am calling add method. A.add 10, 5. Next, I am creating object of subclass. Here b equal to new b. With the help of these object reference, I am calling sub method b.sub 10, 5. Next, with the help of subclass object reference, I am calling add method. Here I am calling add method b.add 2, 3. Next, I am closing main method body and class body. Observe here, I will explain one by one. Here I am defining one class A. Here I am defining one class A. A is superclass. In this superclass I am defining one method, void add. Here add is the method name. It returns the void type data type. In this method have two arguments a and b. These two are integer type data types. What is the body of add method? Here c equal to a plus b. I will print addition of two numbers on the console. That's why I am writing these statements. C equal to a plus b. It returns the integer type data type. Here I will print addition of two numbers on the console. I am writing an output statement. Here system.out.println addition is plus c. Every statement end with a semicolon. Next I am closing method body and class body. Next one, here class b extends a. Here b is subclass. A is superclass. B is subclass. A is superclass. Every class have some own members, some own variables and methods. But it is a subclass. It gets all the properties from superclass by using extends keyword. Here, what is the method of subclass? Here sub is the method. It returns void type data type. In this method have two arguments a and b. These two are integer type data type. Here I will print subtraction of two numbers on the console. Here C equal to A minus B. It returns the integer type data type. Here I am writing on system.out.println statement. Subtraction is plus C. I am closing method body and class body. Next one, I am defining another class. In this class I am creating, I am defining main method. Here class demo. Here demo is our class name. Next one, main method. After main we can open the curly brace. Here I am creating object of superclass. Here I am creating object of superclass. What is our superclass name? A. What is the syntax for creating object in Java? Class name, object name. Here A is object name. New is the keyword or operator. What is the functionality of new keyword? It dynamically allocates the memory space for instance variables and instance methods. In this, A is constructor. Constructor name same as the class name. Constructor name same as the class name. It is the default constructor. Constructors are automatically invoked whenever object of the class is created. Already we know that what is constructor and how constructors are when constructors are executed. Here add is the method. That method is defined in superclass. With the help of superclass object reference, I am calling add method. In this add method I have two arguments A and B. Here I am passing two values 10, 5. Whenever I am calling add method, this corresponding body could be executing. Whenever one method is called through object reference, JVM checks in the class user is defined that method or not. The JVM finds the method that corresponding body could be executing. Here this body could be executing C equal to A plus B. Here 10 plus 5 equal to 15. It returns 15 on the console. Next one, I am creating object of subclass B equal to new B. B equal to new B. With the help of subclass object reference, I am calling submethod and add method. Observe here, when we create object of superclass, only we can accessing superclass methods. But when we create object of subclass, we can accessing superclass methods and subclass methods. It is the relationship between superclass objects and subclass objects. Always we can create object of subclass. When we create object of subclass, a copy of superclass within it. Always we can create object of subclass. We can't create object of superclass. We can't create object of superclass. Always we can create object of subclass. Always we can create object of subclass. We can't create object of superclass. Whenever we can create object of subclass, a copy of superclass within it. It is the relationship between superclass objects and subclass objects. Suppose when we create object of superclass, only we can accessing superclass methods but not subclass methods. Only we can accessing superclass methods and variables but not subclass methods. Suppose we have to create object of subclass. With the help of subclass object reference, we can accessing superclass members and subclass members also. That's why we can create object of subclass. We can't create object of superclass. If we create object of subclass, a copy of superclass within it, it is the relationship between superclass objects and subclass objects. Always we can create object of subclass. We can't create object of superclass. Remembering this point, always we can create object of subclass. Whenever object of the subclass is created, a copy of superclass within it. That's why always we can create object of subclass. Here with the help of object reference, whenever I am creating a subclass object, a copy of superclass within it, because in this class I am using extends keyword. Here extends keyword gets all the properties from a class. That's why with the help of these object reference I am calling subclass method and superclass method. Here subclass method is sub, superclass method is add. Here whenever I am calling subclass method, it subtracts two numbers c equal to a minus b, 10 minus 5, 5. With the help of subclass object reference, I am calling add method 2, 3. Here 2 plus 3 equal to 5. It is the concept of inheritance. Here always we can create object of subclass. We can't create object of superclass. Whenever we can create object of subclass, a copy of superclass within it. It is the relationship between superclass objects and subclass objects. Suppose superclass and subclass. Suppose superclass and subclass may have the same name. And that situations, by default JVM will print on the subclass method. JVM will print on the subclass method. Here superclass method is add and subclass method is sub. Both are different. Simply we can accessing subclass object reference. Simply we can accessing superclass members and subclass members. Suppose if superclass method and subclass method may have the same name, in that situation by default JVM will displaying on the subclass methods. If in order to access superclass methods also, by using super keyword we can accessing superclass members. I will explain super keyword. Coming to the super keyword, if we create object of the superclass, only we can accessing superclass members. Suppose if we create an object of subclass, we can accessing superclass members and subclass members. It is the reason always we can create object of subclass in inheritance concept. We can't create object of the superclass, always we can create object of subclass. Sometimes the superclass members and subclass members may have the same name. In that case, by default JVM will print only subclass members. I will explain with respect to the program. It is shown in the following example program. Observe here. Without super keyword, what will happen? With the super keyword, what will happen? I will explain. What is the purpose of super keyword? What is the importance of super keyword? In the previous example, if superclass method and subclass method both are different, with the help of subclass reference, we can accessing superclass method and subclass method. Suppose if superclass method and subclass method have the same name, superclass method and subclass method may have the same name. In that situation, JVM will print subclass methods only. JVM will hide the superclass methods. Here observe, without super keyword, what will happen? With the super keyword, what will happen? I will explain. In this example, I want to explain without super keyword. Without super keyword. Here I am defining one class. Class 1. In this class I am defining one variable. Here int I equal to 10. Next one I am defining one method, void show. In this show method I am writing system.out.println statement. Here system.out.println superclass method. Superclass method I equal to plus I. Next I am closing method body and class body. Next here I am defining another class. Class 2. 2 extends 1. Here 2 is the subclass, 1 is the superclass. In this class also I am defining one variable here int I equal to 20. Next one, in this method, in this class also I am defining show method. Show method, show is available on both the superclass and subclass. Observe here, if both the superclass and subclass have same method, what will happen? Here I am writing system.out.println statement. System.out.println. Subclass method. Subclass method I equal to plus I. Here I am closing method body and class body. Next I want to take another class. In this class I am defining main method, class demo. Main method, already we know that main method have three keywords. What they are: public, static, void, main, string aux array. String aux array. In this class I want to create object of subclass. Here what is our subclass? 2. Already we know that always we can create object of subclass. Here what is our subclass? 2. T equal to new 2. With the help of these subclass object reference I am calling show method. Here what will happen? Observe here. Without super keyword, what is the output we have getting? In the next, I will explain with the super keyword what will happen. Observe here. Here I am defining one class. What is our class name? 1. It is the superclass or subclass. Here 1 is the superclass. Here 1 is the superclass. Already we know that superclass have superclass can also call as parent class, base class, and old class. We can call as any name. In this class I am defining one variable. Here I equal to 10. It returns integer type data type. Here I is integer type data type. In this class I am defining one method. Here show is our method name. It returns void type data type. What is the body of the show method? Superclass method I equal to plus I. In this method I want to print I value on the console. That's why in the show method body I am defining, I am writing system.out.println statement. Here I am closing method body and class body. In this one, next I am defining another class. Here 2 is the class. 2 is superclass and subclass. Here 2 is subclass. What is the purpose of extends keyword? Here 2 is the subclass. Subclass gets all the properties from superclass called 1. In this example, what is our superclass? 1. By using extends keyword, one class gets all the properties from another class. Here 2 gets all the properties from one class. 2 have some own data members and methods, and it gets all the properties from superclass. In this class I am defining one variable I equal to 20. Next one, show. I am defining one method show. In this method also I want to print I value on the console. Here system.out.println subclass method I equal to plus I. Here I am closing method body and class body. Here observe here, next I am defining another class. In this class I am creating main method public static void main string aux array. Already we know that we can create object of subclass. Always we can create object of subclass. We can't create object of superclass. Whenever we can create object of subclass, a copy of superclass within it. It is the relationship between superclass objects and subclass objects. Always we can create object of subclass. We can't create object of superclass. Here 2 is the subclass. I am creating object of subclass. 2 t equal to new t. Here t is the object name. With the help of subclass object reference I am calling show method. Here what will happen? The show method will print on displaying on the subclass method. The show method will print on displaying on subclass method. If both the superclass and subclass have same method, both the superclass and subclass have the same method, in that situations, with the help of subclass object reference, we can call show method. By default, JVM automatically displaying on the subclass method. By default, JVM automatically executes on the subclass method. In that process, superclass method is hidden. Only JVM will print on subclass method. What is the output of this statement? Subclass method will be executing in the subclass I equal to 20. Displaying on what is the output we have getting? Subclass method I equal to 20. Subclass method I equal to 20. It is the output we have getting after compiling and run this program. In this program, we have to remember if both superclass and subclass may have the same name. In that situation, with the help of subclass object reference, we can call method. By default, JVM automatically displaying on the subclass method. In that process, superclass members are hidden. Only it prints on the subclass method. Suppose if both the superclass and the subclass have the same name, in order to print superclass methods also, in that situations we can use super keyword. With the help of super keyword, we can accessing superclass methods, superclass members in subclass. Next, I will explain with the super keyword what will happen. Super keyword. Super can be used to refer superclass variables. In the subclass, we have to access superclass methods by using super keyword. If both the superclass members and subclass members have the same method name, same variable name, in that situations, within the subclass, we have to access superclass members by using super keyword. We can accessing variables using super keyword, super dot variable name. In the similar way, we have to access methods, super dot method name. Super can be applicable with respect to the variable and with respect to the method, with respect to the constructor. So finally, with respect to the constructor, a super can be used to refer superclass constructors. If both superclass, for example, in the subclass we have to access superclass variables and constructors. In the subclass, we have to initializing, we have to call superclass constructors. By default, it is available. For example, we have to call parameterized constructor super. Within the parentheses, we can pass the arguments. Already we have seen without super keyword what will happen if superclass members and subclass members both the methods have the same name. By default, JVM will print the subclass methods. On that process, superclass methods are hidden. In order to access superclass members also, in the subclass we can call superclass members as super keyword. I will explain super with with the super keyword what will happen. I will explain with respect to the program. Here observe. Write a program to access superclass method and instance variables by using super keyword from subclass. Here I am writing an example program. Here I am writing. Class సార్ ఏదో అయింది ఇక్కడ ఇంక మోగింది సార్ I will explain with the super keyword what will happen if superclass and subclass members have the same name. Here I am writing a program. Class 1. In this class I am defining one variable. Here int I equal to 10. Next I am defining one method void show. Here I am writing system.out.println. 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 Superclass method. superclass variable I equal to plus I. Next I am closing method body and class body. Next one, here I am defining subclass. Here class 2 extends 1. Here class 2 extends 1. Class 2 extends 1. In this class I am defining one variable int I equal to 20. Int I equal to 20. In the subclass also I am defining same method, void show. Here I am writing system.out.println statement. Here system.out.println. Subclass variables. Subclass variable I equal to plus I. So in this one, it is 2 is the subclass. Show method is available both superclass and subclass. If superclass and subclass have the same method name, by default JVM will print the subclass method. In order to access superclass method also in the subclass using super keyword, we have to call show method. Here super.show. Next system.out.println. System.out.println. Parent variable is I equal to plus super dot I. Next we can close method body and class body. Next one, in these I am defining I want to take another class. Here class demo. In this class I am defining main method. Here public static void main. Already we know that our main method have 3 keywords: public static void main, string aux array. Next I am creating object of subclass. Here to t equal to new t. With the help of subclass object reference I am calling show method. Observe this program. Here I am defining one class, class 1. One is the superclass. In this class I am defining one variable I equal to 20. So in this superclass I am defining one method. Show is the method, void is the data type. In this method I want to print superclass variable I equal to plus I. Thus I am closing method body and class body. Here class 2 extends 1. Here 2 is the subclass, 1 is the superclass. In this subclass also, subclass have its own data members and methods, and it access all the variables and methods from superclass. Here I equal to 20 and show method. Show method is available in superclass and subclass having the same method name. If superclass and subclass both the classes have the same method name, by default JVM will print on the subclass method. In order to print superclass variables and methods also, in the subclass we can call those variables and methods by using super keyword. Here system.out.println subclass variable I equal to plus I. In this statement it displaying on 20 on the console. Next one, super.show. Show method is available on the superclass. In order to access superclass methods in the subclass, we have call using super reference. We can call method name. Here super.show. Whenever we can call super.show this method, it displaying on it executes superclass show method body. Superclass variable I equal to 10. Whenever this JVM reaches these statements, it executes superclass show method body. It will print on 10 on the console. Next one, here system.out.println parent variable I equal to super.I. How we can accessing superclass variables in the subclass by using super keyword. What is the syntax for accessing superclass variables in the subclass? Super.I. Here super.I. Next one, we can close the method body and class body. Next, here I am defining another class demo. In this class I am defining main method. I am creating object of subclass. Always we can create object of the subclass. Always we can create object of subclass. We can't create object of superclass. Whenever object of the subclass is created, a copy of superclass within it. With the help of these object reference, I am calling show method. Here, whenever I am calling the show method, both superclass, these subclass method body is executed. Already in this subclass, I am calling with the help of super reference, I am calling show method. Okay, so if both superclass and subclass have the same name, in order to access superclass members and subclass members, in the subclass we have to call superclass variables and methods by using super keyword. It is the purpose of super keyword. Next, I will explain super with respect to the variable. Next one, already we have seen super with respect to the variable and super with respect to the method. Next one is super with respect to the constructor. Using super to call superclass constructors. Using super to call superclass constructors. A subclass can call a constructor defined by its immediate superclass. It have the following syntax: super parameterized list. In this one, what are the required parameters to the superclass? We have to pass those parameters as in the subclass. But whenever we can call superclass constructors in the subclass, it always be the first statement executed inside the subclass constructor. It is one of the limitation of super constructor. We can accessing the superclass constructor in the subclass. Always it must be the first statement executed inside subclass constructor. Otherwise, it leads to the compilation error. So, super keyword is applicable with respect to the variable and with respect to the method, with respect to the constructor. With respect to the constructor, a superclass constructors can be within the subclass. We have accessing superclass constructors by using super keyword. Here, super parameter list. Parameters list specifies parameters needed by the constructor in the superclass. But super must always by the first statements executed inside subclass constructor. Let's see the example. Here I will explain to the example. Here, write a program to access a parameterized constructor of the superclass. Parameterized constructor of the superclass that can be called from subclass using super keyword. What is the aim of this example? In the superclass, we have to create one parameterized constructor. In the subclass, we can call that parameterized constructors in the subclass by using super keyword. Let's see the example. I will explain. Here I am defining one class. Class 1. In this class, I am defining one variable. Here, int I. Here I am creating one parameterized constructor. Constructor name same as the class name. Constructor name same as the class name. What is the body of this constructor? Here I am writing this dot I equal to I. Next statement, this dot I equal to this dot I plus 5. Here I am closing constructor body and the next class body. Next one I am defining another class. Here class 2 extends 1. 2 extends 1. 2 is the superclass, 1 is the 2 is the subclass, 1 is the superclass. In this class also I am defining same variable int I. Next one I am creating one constructor. Here 2 is the constructor. 2 int I. Here I am calling super constructor. Super I. Next one, this dot I equal to this dot I equal to I. Next here I am writing system dot. Here I am writing system dot out dot println statement, system dot out dot println, superclass variable, I first we have to print subclass variable. First we have to display on the subclass variable. Here subclass variable I equal to plus I. Next I am writing another system dot out dot println statement. Here system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println. Here superclass variable. Here superclass variable. Here superclass variable I equal to plus super dot I. Super dot I. We can closing method body, constructor body and class body. Next we can defining another class. Here class demo. In this class I am writing main method. Here public static void main string aux array, string aux array. After main method we have to open the curly brace. Always we can create object of the subclass t equal to new to and passing constructor parameter constructor value 5. Here I am closing main method body and class body. Let's see the program. I will explain one by one. First here I am defining one class 1. In this class I am defining one variable. Here I is the variable, I is the integer type variable. Next I am creating one constructor. Constructor name same as the class name. What is our class name? 1. Here what is our constructor name? 1. Constructor name same as the class name. Constructor name same as the class name. It is a parameterized constructor. Here we have to pass one argument, that is I is integer type data type. The constructor that takes arguments as a parameters, it is known as parameterized constructors. Already we know that parameterized constructor. Here local instance variable I and this parameter local to the constructor, both variables are same name. Here I is the instance variable and the constructor parameter is I variable. Here instance variable name and local to the constructor variable name both are same. If instance variable and local variable have the same name, on that situation at the time of compilation, compiler gets ambiguity, which is instance variable and which is local to the constructor. So we can avoid that situations in Java by using this keyword. This always refers to the instance variables of current object. This always refers instance variables of current object. Here left hand side is instance variables, right hand side is local to the constructor. Next one I am writing one more statement. This dot I equal to this dot I plus 5. Already this dot I superclass variable is available, so we can add 5. Next one we can close the constructor body and class body. So let's observe here. Here class 2 extends 1. Here 2 is the subclass. Here 2 is the subclass. 1 is the superclass. What is the purpose of extends keyword? By using extends keyword, one class gets all the properties from another class. Here 2 is the subclass, 1 is the superclass. So every subclass has some own data members and methods, and it gets all the data members and methods from his superclass. In this one I am defining one variable I is the variable name. Next I am creating and generating a subclass constructor. Constructor name same as the class name. Here what is the subclass constructor name 2? So it is a parameterized constructor. We have passed one argument int I. Within the subclass we have to access superclass constructor. In the subclass, we can call superclass constructor. What is the limitation of super constructor? Always we can call super constructor in the subclass. It always must be the first statement in the subclass constructor. It always must be the first statement in the subclass constructor. Okay, so within the subclass, I am calling super constructor. I am passing one argument, that is I. Next one, in the subclass also, instance variable name and local to the constructor variable name both are same. We can differentiate by using this keyword. Here this dot I equal to I. Here left hand side is instance variable and right hand side is local to the constructor variable. We can avoid confusion concept, that's why we can use this keyword. Next one, I want to print superclass variable and subclass variable on the console. I am writing the system.out.println statement. Subclass variable I equal to plus I. Subclass variable I equal to plus I. Next one, system.out.println superclass variable I equal to super.I. Because in the superclass and subclass both the variables are same. If both the variables are same, without super, JVM by default print subclass variables. If both the superclass and subclass variables have the same name, we can accessing superclass variables by using super keyword. That's why I am calling super.I. We can close constructor body and next one class body. Next one here a class demo. Next one main method. Here I am creating object of subclass 2 t equal to new 2. Here 2 is the class name, t is the object name. Here new is the keyword. It dynamically allocates memory space for instance variables and instance method. In this 2 is constructor. Constructors are automatically invoked whenever object of the class is created. In that class we have to generate parameterized constructors with 1 parameters. At the time of object creation we have to pass one value. Here 5 is the value. 5 is the value. Okay, so whenever we can we can create subclass constructor, a copy of superclass within it, a copy of superclass within it. Here superclass variable I equal to 5. Here superclass variable I equal to 5. Whenever JVM reaches this statement, it will print 5 on the console. 5 on the console. Next one, system.out.println superclass variable I equal to plus super.I. In this statement, what is the output we have getting? Already this dot I equal to this dot I plus 1. Here this dot I instance variable this dot I equal to subclass variable value equal to 5. This dot I equal to 5. 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 equal to 10. Whenever JVM reaches this statement, it will print superclass variable I equal to 10. If you compile and run this program, what is the output you have getting? Subclass variable I equal to 5, superclass variable I equal to 10. It is the superclass constructor. We have completed super keyword with respect to the variable and with respect to the method with respect to the constructor.